Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
A brother, an icon to those that know him. He is Endeavor Empire.
Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, yeah. Hey. How's everybody doing out there today? Hopefully everybody had a great day. I'm having a good day, Just out here chilling. Enjoying life, living life, because I don't let her live me. That's what Pitbull says. I love that saying. What's the point of, not living life, No need to be stressed out over things that we can't control. I'm just saying. I want to welcome you out to the show. My name is Derick. I am Endeavor Empire. Hopefully everything is good. I'm good, Not really much on during these summer months or springtime months, things kind of go off. So I found myself binge watching a couple of shows, but besides working and taking care of the kids and trying to keep myself busy. So, that's pretty much what I do, Still don't have any friends. That's another podcast, but in any event, it's all good. So, in any event, I hope everybody's enjoying their day. Everybody's having fun, not worrying too much about the small things that we can't control, but the things that we can try to control in front of us. I hope everybody is happy. And as I said, just enjoying life. I know I am. So in any event, today's show, which I'm not sure if we got more fan mail. This listener wants to remain anonymous, as well as it's up to him, but no questions asked. You guys email in and I read and I just give my honest opinion, He's got a bit of a question for me, which I'm not sure how to not really take it, but I'm not sure how to answer, but I'm going to give my best opinion of it. This listener is wrote in, and this is entitled, Love is Real. This this letter reads as follows. Derick, I would first like to say that I enjoy your podcast. I've been listening since you started, even though in my opinion, there's not a lot of shows like yours. Oh, so thank you. Oh, thank you, unknown listener. I know I'm different, but, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of podcasts out there. I'm not sure if they're relatable to mine, but hey, I wish everybody the best. I just do it because I like talking and I love to interact with people that send me things on Instagram, or not so much as Facebook anymore, because that's slowly dwindling out. Then there's this new thing called Threads, which I guess is supposed to be the domain of Twitter, but I don't even use Twitter. In any event, he starts off with questions that he wants to ask me. So we're going to kind of circle back to that, but I'm going to go ahead and read the questions, and I'm going to finish reading his letter. I've recently been chatting with a female from the Island of Gardell of Samal, and though she is ridiculously beautiful, she is a ladyboy. She told me this the second time we talked, and though I was a bit shocked, I really didn't care. But I'm in love. Whoa, slow down, cowboy. I'm in love with her. She's constantly asking for money, so I have some questions for you. Okay, so this is not me. When these people, when you listeners when you guys write to me, I take your letters and read them as follows. I don't change anything. And if I do change anything, I kind of get your approval before I change it. But in any event, I didn't change anything. His first question is asking, am I gay? And the second question that he had for me is that, have you ever had this problem? His third question, why are they so aggressive in demanding money? They said that they would send me videos. I must admit I have fallen victim to this many times, and though I can't seem to stop, I really want to be with her. What would you do? The other question is, question number 4 is that what would you do for love? Let me rephrase that. Would you ever date a ladyboy? So those are the 4 questions he's had for me. But we're going to come back to the questions, and I'm going to finish reading his letter, and then we're going to get back to it. I'm only asking because I've been single for about 8 years, and I have tried, and all have ended in disaster after disaster. So I want to try something different. I'm 35 years old, I have no kids, nor do I want any. I work in a high-end dealership selling luxury imports, and most relationships I've had was all about the money. And though I didn't like telling the women what I do because I wanted to see what type of woman that they are, I get that. Derick, I have to tell you that they never disappoint, and it's usually by the 3rd date. The girl I'm talking about is Natalia. Beautiful name. She's 22. She's a dream come true. I'm visiting her in August of this year, and I hope it goes as I plan. I'm a bit nervous because I haven't told my parents, but they are supportive of me. but they don't know that she is a ladyboy. I know that this will literally send my dad into a coma or a heart. Sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to laugh. Or a heart attack. But I have to say, it's my life, and I want to be happy. I know you'll be going to Manila, and I want your honest opinion. I've also tried transgender dating sites. I've also tried a transgender dating site here, but I'm like you. I don't want American. I want something different. Nothing against the LGBTQ, but there's a lot going on here in America. Yeah, that's true there. I'll give you that. First off, for my unknown listener, thank you for the letter. We're going to dive into some things, and we're going to talk about some things. And I gather that you're writing me this letter because of a previous show that I did about a young man that recently found out the woman he was seeing was transgender. Now, this isn't my area of expertise. It really isn't. But I will give my most honest opinion. And as I said before, I have no issues with the LGBTQ. I have no issue with my cousin is gay. So I've had I've had cousins that were gay, and I have one that's gay now. And I know some people that I come in contact with for my job that they're gay. It's nothing wrong with it. So I'm going to start with the first question you asked. Am I gay? I don't know. I wish I knew you well enough to say yay or nay, but then again, it's not really my place to say, you know? I mean, you've expressed that you were looking for something different in life, that you've been single for 8 years. I mean, I get it. We all at some point in our life are lonely and we want some kind of companionship. It's your business. It's your prerogative. I can't say yay or nay to the fact. The second question that you've asked me is if I've ever had this problem. I can't say that I have, my friend. I really can't, because I love women. Oh my God, I love women. As I said before in previous podcasts, maybe early on at the start of my show, there was a lot of people that thought I was gay. I was raised with nothing but women. And some people to this very day still think I'm gay. I don't know why, but I don't really give a shit. I don't care. You know, I have kids. I know, oh, you could be a down low brother. No, not quite. I love women. I really, really love women. So I haven't really had this a problem. I haven't. Then your third question that you asked, why are they so aggressive and demanding for money? And they say they will send you videos. Well, here's the thing. In my experience, I have chatted with ladyboys of the Philippines, and that's just out of sheer, I don't really want to say accidental, because I'm not really searching for them. It's, the show that I do is streamed all over the world, which was surprising to me when I read the statistics. And there are people in the Philippines, there are people in the UK, there are people even in Africa listening to my show. And couldn't be more happier. So, and I do put my tag out there as for my followers for Instagram. So I have links on my pages for Instagram or Facebook. So I have chatted quite a bit. I would roughly say about maybe 10 of them I have. And I can't really say I've had not really the same problem, but I had the problem that you've had. Give me just a second. I've had the problem that you had. They would come asking for money and, they would send you videos. Me personally, it does nothing for me. And I quickly would kind of end the friendship or I would block them. But, as well as I know, everybody can find any and every way to create a second page. And just as quick as I block them, they come back. So I do have some ladyboys that I chat with online on Instagram, simply just for conversation. They ask how America is and how beautiful it is. They see it on YouTube, and if we have such a higher problem or an issue with transgenders or ladyboys. Right? I think over here we call them she-males, or we don't call them ladyboys. We call them she-males or transgenders. So I don't really have that problem. They demand money because it's a hustle. Listen, I've said this before. The ladyboys in the Philippines or in Thailand, they are really something different than what we see over in the States. Their bodies are geared. They look just exactly like women on the outside. Oh my God, you really can't tell. You really can't. It's ridiculous the way they look. It's just like, oh my God, this is holy crap. You just don't know what's underneath that hood until, they tell you what's under there. But then again, you can't really test drive a car without getting to know the feel of it. But, I get it. So to me, it's a hustle. I don't know. You've been talking to this young lady, Natalia. She's 22. She's from the island of Samal. It's a small island off the Philippines. I looked that up. But I don't know if you sent money to her or if she sent you videos. Here's the other thing. If she gave you her name or her picture, I'm not sure. Does it even say where you met this young lady? No, it didn't really say where you met her at. I'm going to go on a limb and say you either met her on social media site, whether that could be Facebook, which is commonly highly popular because most of them don't really know how to use Instagram that well, but Facebook, they do. And they are very popular on Facebook. So, I'm sorry. I was just looking at a text message. My bad. So it's a hustle because they have more than one page. And keep in mind, you're not the only guy that they're talking to. I can guarantee you that. So I'll give you my experience. My example. There was one lady I was talking to just to say, hey, how you doing? And the minute I started talking to her, it's like 5 more popped up. That's because they're there with friends. They're there with friends. Okay. They run in. It's like a herd. They run in packs. Okay. So if you don't give them what they want, then the next one's going to try, and they're going to try to entice you with all kind of things, this, that, and the other. And oh my God, I love you. I want to be with you. Yada, 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 whoop-de-whoop. There are videos on YouTube about ladyboys. And it's not all bad, but they're young. Jesus, they're young. When I say they're young, they're really young. So they start off around, I don't know, maybe 16, but in my opinion, they're kind of like younger females. but they're transgender, but they have the makings and the ideas of the females. You know, you're hot, you're cute. I can bat my eyes. I can tell you what you want to hear, and I'm going to get what I want. That's basically the premise or the notion. Use what you got to get what you want. You know, I think that was in Players Club. Good movie, by the way. Oh, girl. So that's basically what they're doing. And you're saying that you're going to go there and you're going to meet her. Well, that's fine. That's fine. You're really in love with this young lady. And I honestly don't know what to tell you besides be careful. There are videos on YouTube that I would suggest you look and maybe, and I'm not sure how long you've been talking to her, but you say she's a dream to come true. Listen, I know your feelings are maybe getting the best of you. I know that there's something about her that's maybe has you excited and that you're hoping that this is the one. And you have to ask yourself this, is this a road that you want to go down? Is this the life that you want to try to get involved in? I'm not shading you. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm just telling you, what the outcome may or may not be. If this is something that you want to pursue, by all means, pursue it. If not, if you think this is just a fling and you want to see how this is going to go, hey, keep in mind, if she's asking you for money now, I guarantee you when you get there, it's going to be a lot worse. A lot worse. So if a relationship starts off with money right out the bat, right out the front gate, it's probably not a good idea. It isn't. So I would probably try to, steer clear of that. If you can. You said you tried transgender dating sites in the US, but you want something different. I haven't tried any transgender dating sites. I really haven't. Partially in part, I just don't know what to do, and I don't want to kind of lead somebody on. I might investigate further if I continue to get more letters like this to see what it is and how it is. But the only site I was on was Filipino Cupid. Now, there were transgenders on there, and they didn't openly tell you that. You kind of had to figure it out for yourself. I mean, in a way, you kind of can. But, that's just the site I've been on. So I know there's a lot of sites, a lot of things, but I kind of wish you well on that journey. So I hope that, it sounds to me, and I don't want to be wrong in saying this, but it sounds like you're giving up on women and you want to try to transgender life to see if that's any different. Again, I can't speak to that effect. I really don't know. So maybe you should kind of do some reading upon it. Maybe look on YouTube. There's a lot of things on YouTube that you can find where people have dated transgender to see how the relationship goes. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But you shouldn't jump into something without knowing what it is first. You're trying to do something different. You want to try something different. You want to be loved. You want to be with somebody. I got to tell you, my friend, since my wife has died, I don't know. Everybody's different. I just haven't felt the need to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't felt the need, to just rush out into another relationship. I miss my wife. I do. And I do want love. And I found love. But I don't want to rush into it. And then furthermore, if it wasn't from women, I can't say I would actually go and date, a transgender, which brings me to your fourth question. I can't say that I would. As far as hanging out, talking, yes, I would, because they're people. But my life is not something that I would experiment with. I know it's different for women versus men, and it's not even about that. I have to have a connection. Me personally, I'm looking to have 2 more kids before I can't have any more, whenever the hell that is. But, that's just me. But you say you don't want kids. So it sounds like your life is going well and you're just tired of being the ATM for some relationships, because when you tell them what they do, it's like a light bulb goes off, or it's like mind blowing and their head explodes, and then it's all about money. And especially if you sell luxury imports, I kind of know where this is going. Is it hard to find love? It is. It is. You've been single for 8 years. You've been trying for 8 years. I honestly don't know how to tell you to go with this. I don't. You know, only thing I can say is don't give up on love. I think there's somebody out there that you will find, and I want to say I hope this works out for you, but something tells me it's not going to. Like I said, I don't know. Let me check here in your letter. So it sounds like you haven't told Natalia what you do for a living. And again, I wish I had more information as to if you give her money or if she knows exactly what you do. But if you're going to the Philippines, I'm not sure if you're going to visit her in her home country, but if you're going there, something tells me, buddy, you travel in style. Something tells me you travel in style, and you probably look good traveling. I mean, you sell luxury imports, for Christ's sake. I mean, my God, I couldn't sell water to a fish. I mean, sales is just not my thing. So obviously you're doing well. But I gotta forewarn you, it might not go the way that you want, you know? You're going to a country where ladyboys are highly popular. Between them and Bangkok or Thailand, I think Thailand has the title for being number one in ladyboys, because they are very popular. They're very, again, when you see them, it's like they look exactly like a woman. They really do. So I don't know how they get the bodies they get, knowing that they were men before. It's just baffling to me. But I am aware they do take hormones to enhance. So Thailand, facts about ladyboys, is known as the land of smile, but it's also known as the land of ladyboys. Compared to other countries like the Philippines or Malaysia, Thailand has a long history of higher populations of ladyboys in the world. As a matter of fact, the word ladyboy is English translation for katui, a Thai word for transgender women and effeminate gay man. Katui. That's different. Yeah. Here we call them females. That's interesting. So the term transgender is rarely used in Thailand. Instead, the common term katui, which is once used and defined as intersex people, human beings who are born with ambiguous genitalia. Not sure what that meant, but I did look it up. It's quite interesting. Katui has become entirely common in the Thai society. Like everyone else, they go about their daily affairs, shopping, meeting with friends, using public transportation, visiting the temple. Ladyboy, transgenders, or third gender is rarely used in Thailand. This is interesting. It's interesting. So I did some homework on this because apparently they're very welcoming of the ladyboy, versus here where we have issues about everything, and some people have to fear what they don't understand or have to hate what they fear. So Thailand beholds the highest rate of transsexuals, though, throughout the world. You hear that? So America, we ain't number one, okay? As much as we like to be number one in that, we are clearly not. Which I kind of knew that. Because Thailand, I mean, Jesus Christ, if you look at these videos online, and, I mean, these people party like there's no tomorrow, so you never know what food you're getting at the end of the day. I mean, what gift bag, so to speak. No pun intended, but that's the way it came out. So it's interesting, though. It really is. So they have the large population, and did you hear what they said? They go about their daily lives, so they don't have the issues that we have over here. So I think you're okay on that department, because over here it's an issue about everything when it comes to LGBTQ people or whatever, and it's a whole thing. Over here, it's not. But there's other facts. These people, the Thai community creates sound public opinion environment for those of a different sexual orientation. They can enjoy their freedom of expressing themselves. Katui career, a word here about economics. A nose operation can cost from US $240. Sex reassignment surgery can cost up to $950. Jesus, why would you want to do that? To save even that money, one needs a job while salaries are low in Thailand. The cost of surgery, therefore, acts draw to Katui, to the cabarets and the bars for work. So they're like bar girls, basically. What we call prostitutions over here, they're like bar girls over there. So while their salaries are small, much more might be earned from tips given by tourists and taking photos. Yeah, we've seen a lot of that. But here's another thing that's fun fact. Well, not fun fact, but a fact about them. Like over here, you could have gender reassignment, and that can be changed over here. You can identify as a woman. Over there, there's no such thing. So you're born a man, you're considered as a man in law. As far as the Thai government is concerned, male to female transsexuals are legally men. Transsexuals cannot legally change their gender on their ID cards. Transsexual birth gender must remain the same on their passport as well. A fact that can lead to confusion and unwanted scrutiny at the border crossing. Well, yeah. Thailand also prohibits same-sex marriage, means you can't get married to a transgender person in their country. Meaning that when the partner of transsexual dies, the deceased family will receive any and all assets. That is interesting. And here we are over here going crazy about same-sex marriage. But in Thailand, you're still free to do whatever you want as a transgender person because you still have rights as a man, but they don't really blow it out of proportion. But then again, looking at these videos, they do live a pretty good life. I'm just saying. They do. Hold on. I had to get my tea and hit my vape. But it's interesting. When I was reading up on this letter, I decided just to do a little history, do a little homework. And because I know over here in America, we have to have everything. We're like kind of spoiled about everything, or we're overly excited about everything. And I don't know why that is, when there's parts of the other country have their laws in place, and their laws are in place for a reason. Do I think this is good in Thailand? Oh, hell yeah, I do. Because I'm so sick and tired of, and I don't want to get off this guy's letter, but I'm so sick and tired of all the bullshit when we talk about, I don't identify as this, I don't identify as that, I'm non-binary, I'm this, that, and the other. I don't even just call yourself transgender. Why does every year it has to be something new? Okay? I don't want to rant about this because I did this before when I talked about this. I want to stick to this guy's letter. So, my friend, I think that all the ladyboys are, they're very popular. And they are not at all beautiful. They are indeed girls who make people's hearts excited. And I think that's where you come in. And some are even more feminine than women. So, a local girl named Jai, I don't know, it's complicated. But she said it was unfair. And I get it. Because ladyboys of the Philippines or Thailand seem like they're way better looking than the females, but you can't really tell until you take them home and, check up underneath that hood and see if it's an automatic or if it's a stick shift. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. But the crazy thing is when you look at that, it's like, oh my goodness, it is. It is. So, why are so many people in the Philippines willing to become ladyboys? The phenomenon of transgender people in the Philippines has been common centuries ago. They often played an important role in society at that time. The people believed that they were psychics. I'm not sure how the hell that's even possible. Able to mediate between the visible world and the invisible world. Yeah, that makes sense. In the local areas. I've also heard that another saying that the Philippines is surrounded by sea. Most of the men go out to see the fish. They drink a lot of alcohol on weekdays. Drinking makes the birth rate of girls increase. Really? I didn't know that. In such a family environment, men are lacking, which that is completely 100% accurate. It is natural for young men in the family to imitate women's behavior and gradually become female oriented psychologically. Some people who believe this is that has a lot to do with the high status of women in the country. That is true. That is very true. Because there's a lot more women than there are men. And then, granted, they don't have what we have over here, but oh my God, it's ridiculous. I mean, the men over there are like dogs, literally walking around looking for a bone. It's like they do what an actual dog does and then they dip. You know, dog gets a dog here pregnant and he's out. You know, you gotta worry about shit. And they do the same thing over there, which is weird. But the birth rate is higher. The women are higher. And I get it because there's not a man in a home, and these young boys often imitate what these women do. And how can you stop them? I mean, there's no father in the home. I mean, some try to do better, but I don't know if temptation gives in or the urge to resist is different, or just the fact of the women are hanging around a lot more women because they're like banding together, and you know, they're I don't really want to say male shaming them, but they're putting down their other partner because they're not there to take care of the responsibility. I mean, when I say the birth rate of children in the Philippines is high, oh my God, it's ridiculous. It really is. So, my friend, I hope that I can give you some kind of pointers on this. I don't know if this is a life that you want to go down. If it is, I'm happy for you. If it isn't, I just want you to make sure that this is something that you want to do, because if this is something that you want to do, don't go over there with, don't go over there thinking with the wrong head, basically. Okay. Cause I know you've been single for 8 years, and I know 8 years is a long time. I'm not sure what you've done to hold down the time between the 8 years, but I can tell you exactly what I do to hold down the time. I try to keep myself busy. Not only that, I got my kids. I have OCD. I clean a lot. And sometimes I clean just to be clean. And then I try to find conversations, or I talk to my parents, or I talk to my sisters, or some people that I've been in contact with. I talk to them. Can't really call them friends, but that's what I do. But I think, and I want you to be careful about this. I really do. I want you to think about when you go over there, have a sort of a plan. Don't see this person and think that it's all fireworks. I hope that you guys are getting to know each other, you know, because as I said in the other podcast, and like I said, I assume that this is coming from this podcast, so to speak. I assume it's not you, but I assume it's coming. That's where it's coming from. And I get it. You know, life is hard enough as it is because we can't find the one that we want to be with, because the one we want to be with, there's so much bullshit out there when it comes to social media and money. You know, it's so much bullshit of trying to find love that you can't find love because you have shit on social media and people depicting that their lives should be like the people on social media. So I get it. I understand it. I do. And the crazy thing is, this is exactly why I don't have any friends. And I know you don't want judgment to be passed on you or nothing like that, but we all get it. We all get it. We do. I'll give you an example. So since my wife died, I have been trying to do what my therapist has told me to do, and that's try to go out and make friends. I've even tried to talk to people that I knew beforehand and not kind of make amends, but say, hey, let's go have breakfast for lunch. I kid you not. So a young lady that I knew, that me and my wife knew, okay? I wouldn't necessarily call us friends. We were just friends because she knew my mother, and she was very fond, and she's still fond of my mother. So I reached out to her. So I can understand what you're talking about when, you know, it's like the cold shoulder or it's like the money thing. But this was neither. It was just a cold shoulder. It wasn't a money thing. So I asked my mom about her, and, you know, I said, hey, how's she doing? She doing all right? She said, yes, like, you should reach out to her sometime. I said, cool, I'll reach out to her. So I reached out to her and just told her basically, hey, you know, how you doing? Just checking on you and the family. Maybe we can go grab breakfast or lunch sometime. Not dinner or a movie, breakfast or lunch. Because my black ass is usually in the house by 8 o'clock because I like to play my video game. Real talk. Real talk. Hang on, let me hit this bag. Hold on. Good stuff. But, and I told my mom, I said, well, I reached out to her, but she did not respond. And then my mom told me, she's like, oh yeah, she told me why she didn't respond. She was afraid that you were going to hit on her. And I was like, wow. This is why it is so hard to find friends. It really is. I am a male, okay? I respect females. And if I'm just reaching out saying breakfast or lunch, how the hell do you interpret that as to be a date? Breakfast or lunch. It's not dinner, Netflix, and chill. It's none of that. So I get what you're saying. I get where you're going and what you're trying to do, that you really want to be in love. I honestly think you might be going about it the wrong way, because I think you're kind of leading with not really your heart, but your emotions, so to speak. And you're not letting your heart decide what's best for you. You're letting your emotions get the best of you. So I understand that. I mean, I understand that you're probably lonely after 8 years and you've had some failed relationships. But for me, just because what this young lady did to me, it's not going to deter who I am. I'm going to keep doing me and keep not literally, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, hey, he gonna do him. I know what he's doing now. No, I'm just joking. But I'm just gonna continue to be me. You know, I'm not so much in a rush. Do I want the affection of a woman? You damn sure right I do. But this young lady that I'm talking to is giving me all that. We chat on a daily basis. You know, we talk about life, we have fun, and we just can't wait to see each other and how we can just kind of evolve from there. And that's what I want. Now, I do talk to people from my podcast or, you know, listeners or, you know, things like that. But that's not saying I'm going to reach out to them and say, hey, maybe we should do something, because I'm not going to do that. In my mind, I guess I'm tired of reaching out and saying just, hey, how you doing? And then females are taking it the wrong way. Oh, I have a man, or I'm afraid you was going to hit on me. I was just saying hi. So for me, now I feel that if someone is interested in me, we can talk about it and we can start from there. But no more will I be the one to kind of initiate it and say, I'll say hi. I'll continue to say hi. I'll continue to wave, and I'll continue just to say, how you doing? But I get what you're saying. You have no kids. Man, you have no kids. I mean, geez, that's, and I'm not sure. I think this, you say you don't want kids, so I'm sure this is the life that you chose for yourself. But there's a lot of facts in your letter that I don't really have to go on. So I'm just going to kind of go on with you. But I don't know, my friend. I don't know. But I hope that you're thinking long and hard about this. I hope that you don't go over there and you get disappointed, because I understand that it sounds like this is your first time going over. It may be or it may not. But if it's your first time going, you can get lost over there. You ever see that movie Hangover? Oh, well, Bangkok's got him now. But I don't think you're going to be that way. But I know if you're going to meet her, I can almost pretty much tell you she's not going to be alone. Be careful. Guard your valuables. Maybe put some things up in the safe. You know, everything is done on your cell phone. Maybe not leave your cell phone. If you have an iPhone or whatever, I'd probably enable a 2-step security system, face, fingerprint scan, all of that. Make sure nobody gives you a drink. You order your own damn drink, and make sure that you have eyes on your drink at all times. If you go out to the dance floor and you leave your drink on the table, get a fresh one. Make sure you can watch the bartender or the bar girl make your drink and bring you a new drink. Because I don't think you quite told this young lady what you do. And if you're going over there in style, which I'm sure you are, Louis Vuitton, whatever it is y'all travel with these days, me, I'm traveling with the Walmart special. I want y'all to know I'm broke, okay? I want you to know that if you take me, there's nothing to gain. America will not pay for me. America will probably send me, probably leave me over here, and they will probably say, well, is he of any value to us? No, he's not. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm kidding. I'm not saying they wouldn't do that. So, but I want you to understand, take care of yourself. Don't go over there with the hopes of this is going to be the best thing ever, because the best thing can turn to the worst thing. And the worst thing could be the worst day of your life. There was a video. Oh my God, there was a video online. I wish I could find out where this video was at. And hold on, maybe I can. Give me a second. I want y'all to hear this, because I don't want you to end up like this guy. But again, this happened. This happened here. Hold on, I think I can find it, because I want y'all to hear this. And you guys you might have already heard it. Give me a second. Hold on. We still got a little bit of time on the clock. Hold on. Oh, I hope I can find this video so I can play it for you guys. It was funny, but it was sad. Because I don't want to explain it if I can find it, but I don't really want to explain it because it's funny. And hang on, still looking. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, okay. I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. I think I can play it for you. So give me a second here. I want to see if I can play this video. And maybe you can hear it. Because this is what I don't want you to end up like. Let me see if I can cue the music a little bit. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Okay. Hold on. I don't think it's playing. No, I don't think it's gonna play. Okay. Well, I was gonna try to play this video for you, but I don't think it's gonna play. In any event, I might try to post it on one of my pages. Or hold on, let me check the. Hold on. Still got a little bit more time left here. Well, media is up, but it's not giving me. Okay, well, in any event, so there was this video about a guy who was, somebody sent me a message. I don't know why I can't play this video. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Am I connected to something else? No? Oh, I know what it is. Okay, hold on. I think I can play it now. Hold on. I know what it is. Hold on, here it is.
What I'm saying is these casinos give people free drinks, and then they become vulnerable and then end up gambling more money than they have. Yeah. And I was a victim of that, and I lost a lot of money. And I'm facing a lot of issues right now. My wife's boyfriend recently got her pregnant, and I'm here for a church event.
It's crazy.
I'm a member of the Church of Scientology, and I don't normally drink, but I'm very vulnerable. I'm in a position now where I don't know what I'm going to do, because financially, I'm going to have to take care of this baby potentially, because he's out on parole right now, and he has an upcoming case where he could be facing a long time in jail. So potentially, I'm going to have to financially support this baby, and I come to Las Vegas for a work event, and I get fed alcohol, and I get entirely way too intoxicated. I go to the ATM, I use my credit card. They make it very accessible to be able to gamble with my credit card. You know this, Mayor Goodman. They make it absolutely incredibly accessible, Councilman, to be able to take all I have. And now I got to go back to Clearwater, Florida, and I have nothing. But the vulnerability of the tourists that come here, like myself, you're preying on people like me. And then I end up meeting a nice Filipino girl. I take her back to my hotel room. Come to find out, I cost money for her service to come to my room. Mayor Goodman. I end up having a good time. We start kissing. We take off our clothes. She has male genitalia. She's a transgender. Mayor Goodman.
Excuse me. We're sick.
Holy shit. That was crazy, yo. But listen, I don't want you to be I don't want you to be like that guy. I don't. I know there was a lot in that, but the whole thing was crazy to begin with. But I'm just saying, I want you to think about this. Even though you know that she is transgender, I get that. But I want you to honestly ask yourself when you're going over here. And I know you say you haven't told your parents yet. Now, it is your life. If you think this is going to give your dad a heart attack, I'd probably try to tell him before you go. And above anything else, please use protection. Because though you are highly vulnerable and emotional, I want you to come back alive. I want you to come back in good health. Now, I'm not saying the people over there are dirty, filthy, or whatever, but STDs don't give a damn who you are. If it can get to you, it'll get to you. So, my friend, I know this podcast is kind of a little bit Indian everywhere, and I wanted to give you some facts about some things, and as well as my listeners. And I gotta tell you, this is not really I'm not really an expert at this kind of thing. But I do want to try to give an opinion that you might be good with. And if you feel free to email me back and kind of tell me what you thought about it. And if there's something more that you want help with or guided with or whatever, feel free to email me back. I appreciate the letter. I know there was a lot of stuff that I really wanted to know more about. For instance, if you have told her what you do, does she know what you do, or if you sent her money, or how you guys even met. You don't really tell me how you met, but it's fine. It's all good. I go with what I got, and I can use what you give me. So it's not a really big deal. So, but here's what I also want to say to you. Don't give up on the opposite sex because you feel that they are not worthy of you, or you feel that you're just being bamboozled or railroaded every time or at every turn. I believe that there's somebody else out there for you. And this is no shade upon transgenders or anything like that. I just want you to understand what you may be getting yourself into. I don't know if you've done this before or this is something new, but I think you're just infatuated with who this person is and what she looks like on the outside. On the inside is something totally different. If you guys talk on a daily basis, that's good. If you guys know each other, that's good too. But maybe try to check on some videos or some, when we buy stuff, and I'm not trying to say that you're buying her, we leave a review or something to see if it works out good, or if it's great, or if it's something that we like or something that we want. And I'm just trying to tell you to do your due diligence when you, before you go over there, or when you're over there. Try to get to know. Because keep in mind, some of these ladyboys or katuis have hidden agendas, and you could be a mark. You really could. You could be a mark. You could be set up for something or whatever. So when you go over there, be vigilant and surrounded. Because again, when you're in the Manila, I'm not sure. You said, I don't know. No, if you're going to, here's another thing. If I was you, I would stay someplace close to the damn embassy, which is in Manila. Because that's where I was going to stay, is in Manila, close to the U.S. Embassy. Because keep in mind, if you've never been to this country, and I'm not saying these people are violent, but you want to get the lay of the land. You want to know who you're dealing with and what they're dealing with. Have her come to you. I don't know enough about the Philippines to tell you what's safe and what's not safe. There's crime everywhere. You know, I get it. I really do. So I think that I think that you're just emotional. You're in an emotional state right now. And I don't think you're kind of thinking this thing through. I think I want you to be safe. And I'm not even sure where you're from, because you didn't really give me if you're from America or UK, Canada. I'm assuming that you're in America. I'm assuming. Or you could be in another country or something, whatever. But in any event, my friend, please be careful. You know, I can't stress that enough. Go over there with protection. Make sure your people know where you're going to be at. Make sure they have all your information. I'm not preparing you or saying anything bad, because when I was going to the Philippines, my parents were going to know where I was at. I wanted to stay in Manila, not too far from the U.S. Embassy, just in case something might go wrong. I'm not saying that it does, because I hear a lot of people that travel there have a really good time, and I want you to have a good time as well. I do. I'm not saying nothing bad about anybody. I mean, you're not going to Russia, for Christ's sake. So, but I want you to have a good time. But I also want you to have a good time, and I want you to be smart about having a good time. I don't want you to get caught up in something and, you know, something goes wrong or you in something that you can't get out of. But the people of the Philippines are really good people. They are. I'm talking to you like I seriously know you, like you one of my kids, or like we brother and sister, or like brother and sister, like we're brothers or something, or an uncle or something. But I hope that this finds you. I hope that before you go in August, that this is something that you want to do. Again, I can't tell you yes or no. I don't know what you are, as far as your status, because I'm not a psychiatrist. If you feel that you need more help with this or more guidance with this, I mean, I would challenge you to seek some kind of counseling. You know, I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, if you are, hey, I'm happy for you. If you're not, still happy for you. I can't tell you who you can and can't love. And I mean, I know you haven't told your parents, and I know you don't want to put them into an uproar or a frenzy. I mean, it's 2023. I mean, it's like I tell my kids, if you told me that you are, I mean, I can't say I'd be happy, but I'm going to prepare you what's coming ahead, because a lot of places aren't like America when it comes to this kind of shit. You know, America, I think, is the only country that blows the lid off shit and makes a big issue out of everything. You know, we're picking on the gay people. We're picking on transgender people. I don't care either way. They're people. They're people just like me and you. My life has nothing to do with their life. How they live their life and what they do with their life is their business. It doesn't affect me. I can talk to you. I can have a good time with you. At the end of the day, you're still people. Do I feel some kind of connection? No, I don't. I mean, granted, I don't have friends anyways, and I've been told I'm cold as hell, or cold as ice, but that's fine. I'm good with that. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm not here to, you know, please y'all. You know, let me tell y'all what it is. No, I'm just joking. So, as we get ready to wrap this show up, I do want to say thank you for the letter. Thank you for writing me, for my listener. If you guys want to email me, comment, complain, or gripes, feel free to email me at d6empire357.com. Put in as much detail as you want. As you know, you can remain anonymous like this user did. He did leave a name, but he, out of respect, he's asked not for me to use it. And that's fine. That's not a problem. That's not a big thing. So I think that when you guys email me, try to give me as much more information as you can. If there's not a lot you want me to discuss, I got no problem with that. If there's some questions that I want to ask you that you don't want to share online, I've got no problem with that. I just have to make some sense of it for my listeners. And I appreciate everybody and writing me and telling me that, you know, my show is different from everybody. Listen, I do this because I'm fine. So don't be afraid to be yourself. If they can't accept you for who you are, they don't deserve you. Real talk. So We have to be visible. We should not be ashamed of who we are. So, my friend, until next time, my listeners, everybody, I'm sorry, my phone's going off. Young probably like, what's that dinging noise? Nah, that's probably my phone going off. So, I want you to have a good time on your trip. I just gave you a few quotes. I know this podcast was kind of scattered. I'm sorry. Just trying to do the best of what I had. You know, this isn't really a topic of mine, but I will do the topic as I can. So, again, thank you to my listeners. Thank you for any everybody who write into me, who love the show. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. So I'll just keep doing what I do. You guys keep sending me your letters, your comments, complaints, gripes. Just be respectful. And if not, still just be respectful, damn it. Okay? And if you want to talk to me and you want to call me back an email, we can get into some gangster shit. Real talk. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. Okay, so until next time, my friends, you guys take care of yourself and each other. God bless you all. And I will see you guys on the next one. But for right now, let's just groove. Just groove a little bit.